Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go through a couple of these problems, probably the take-home pay values first. So this is a PDF that you should find, should be available on PolyLearn, and I'm going to go do the first one. So take-home pay. So this is kind of separate from the cost of labor, but it's also sort of similar because it has to do with taxes and it has to do with sort of your own personal finances, not really about the company. So the take-home pay in this example, it says that his wages are $98,415. So what we do is we're going to calculate these three taxes are just straight percentage taxes. And there are some limits, but the values are quite high, so you won't have to worry about those limits. But all you do in this case is you take $98,415 and you multiply it by 6.2% for Social Security or FICA, and then Medicare 1.45%, and then state disability insurance 1.2%. Now for the calculation of income tax, which is this, federal income tax and state income tax, what you need to do is you need to determine what the taxable income is, and that's what this is where you use the $20,000 deduction. Not on this one, you do this on the full $98,000, but for income tax you use the $20,000 deduction. So that means taxable income is $78,415. So if you look on the table and you look for the value that is between that's $78,415, and this is the equation you're going to get. You're going to get this number plus the amount over $35,350. This information is kind of available to you on that chart, which is also on PolyLearn. So this is the calculation of income tax. This is federal income tax, and this is state income tax, which is actually the same, pretty much the same method. But you see, you use the $78,415. And then the last thing it says in the problem is that he has health care that's $200 a month. So the net, you're going to take $98,415 minus these three taxes that were based on the $98,415, minus federal income tax and state income tax minus the $2,400. So then that is actually the amount of take-home pay. Now let's do the other one. It's very, very similar. We just take the $60,000, deductions make a $15,000, and then just to know the $300 is the amount for the health insurance. So what we do now is we're going to take 6.2% of the 60, etc. These are all based on the 60,000. Federal income tax is based on 45,000, which is 60 minus 15,000. So this is the federal income tax, state income tax. And then the take-home pay, you're going to deduct all of these values from the $60,000, and you get 45,570, and then divide it by 12, and that is the monthly value. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. I'll create another one for the next problems.